Hello there, you're now with me, Handigui, and welcome to your 5 p.m. English news on TVS. Let's dive into today's topics. As schools prepare for the reopening on October 3rd, the Ministry of Education have announced new and stricter standard operating procedures for schools to follow. Among them include a weekly rotation of students and 50% attendance of each classroom capacity.
Noting the difficulty in ensuring a safe reopening, its Minister Dr. Razi Jidin said the decisions cannot be made based on sentiments.
Perkara yang paling penting adalah kami akan pastikan supaya kehadiran ke sekolah pada satu-satu masa adalah hanya 50% daripada enrolment keseluruhan.
He added that classes will be halved to allow students to return on a weekly rotational basis. However, students in Form 6 Semester 2, boarding school students, special needs students, international exam year students, preschool or private kindergarten, and schools with low enrollment are exempted and will not be rotated. At present, the reopening of schools under Phase 3 of National Recovery Plan will begin with Form 5 and 6, as well as other examining year students in private and national schools.
A man was killed after the car he was driving skidded and landed in a ditch at Mile 36 Jalan Sibu, Selangor. The 2:20 a.m. incident resulted in the death of the 29-year-old man.
Selangor Fire and Rescue Department Chief Muhammad Shukri Abdul Rahim said the victim was believed to be travelling from Selangor to Sibu before the car he was driving skidded in a self-involved accident. However, he said the cause of the accident is still under investigation.
Setelah pasukan bomba sampai di tempat kejadian, kami dapati benar berlaku kemalangan kendiri. Mangsa ni self accident lah. Dia telah terbabas ke jalan yang belum dibuka lagi. Berhampiran dengan Amin tu, dan mangsa dipercayai lah bergerak dari arah Selangor menghala ke Sibu.
He added the rescuers took about 20 minutes to remove the victim who was still in the driver's seat. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene by medical personnel, and the body was then handed over to the police for further action. In connection to this, Shukri urged road users to be more careful when using the road.
Okey, untuk pengguna jalan raya, saya ingin menasihatkanlah supaya berhati-hati semasa menggunakan jalan raya, terutamanya di waktu malam lah. Kerana jalan tersebut masih dalam proses pembinaan dan tidak ada lampu jalan. Jadi berhati-hati dan sentiasa mematuhi syarat lalu lintas lah, supaya tidak terlibat dengan kemalangan seperti yang berlaku pada semalam.
Soon, Samarahan is set to be a crocodile-free zone to ensure the safety and livelihood of the local fishermen in the area. According to Muara Tuang Assemblyman Datuk Haji Idris Buang, this measure would reduce the human-wildlife conflict.
We are doing our job. So banyak ada tempat kita dah tangkap boyak. Jadi orang dapat jual cari makan lah. Tapi masih juga orang kena attack. Lately, last month kan. Just a few days ago, ada kena attack lagi. And then a few weeks ago, ada kena attack. And then last month, ada yang meninggal. So, since February, there's already 3 deaths. 3 deaths, and I think not less than 7 or 8 attacks.
He added the task to capture and relocate the crocodiles falls under the Samarahan Crocodile Hunter SCH together with the local authorities. Idris, who himself is the patron of SCH, has even proposed several measures on crocodile population management to the Sarawak state government.
SFC has a lot of plan actually for the state lah. I think we have to respect that plan. The buaya is actually protected under the under the law, and the wildlife ordinance, as well as there are restrictions imposed by United Nations actually. So we have to follow some guidelines. SFC is following that guideline, and we have to follow the guideline. But there are some crocodiles, they don't follow the guideline.
Furthermore, an operations center was set up in Kota Samarahan where the public can report the sighting of crocodiles in the area.
Now, hotels should not be compounded throughout the National Recovery Plan NRP period. Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Dato' Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah regretted the action of the enforcement officers imposing compounds on 2 hotels operating during the second phase of the National Recovery Plan.
Kalau yang lain-lain mungkin saya dapat terima. Kalau kedai makan yang kita tutup, masaj kepala buka, dia kena saman, memang saya sit akan ngebat sikit, saya sit akan bising. Tapi apabila yang di bawah jurisdiction saya, pelancongan, termasuk dengan hotel yang kena saman ini, Damai Beach Resort, kesalahan beroperasi semasa tempoh PKP 2, Pasal 2, di mana sektor pelancongan tidak dibenarkan beroperasi.
Thus, he urged the relevant authorities to review the standard operating procedures of the second phase of the NRP before taking an action. He added such compounds could affect the tourism industry in Sarawak.
Hai, jangan lupa untuk menyaksikan saya Andi Indrawani dalam Inspirasi TVS. Pelbagai kisah yang menginspirasikan anda akan saya kongsikan pada jam 8.35 malam hanya di TVS, saluran 122 Astro dan My TV. Selamat dah. See you guys.
Secara peribadi memang saya minat bahasa sastra ni kan. Ribu-ribu biji nangkaku, cincin permata jatuh ke ruang. Kalau rindu sebut namaku, air mata jangan dibuang. Terima kasih.
From Sarawak with love.
Since the chicken rice, the recipe and so on, even the chef is from Singapore, why not we just make it simple and call the name Singapore Chicken Rice? And that's how the name came in. In 1987, we started our first outlet, that is in Song Chien Chok Road.
Dulu kita hanya lihat SN ini kecil saja. 1 outlet, 2 outlet cabang. Tapi sekarang kita dah melebihi 30, 50 buah cabangan sudah.
Hello there and welcome back. Now, a total of 17,026,781 individuals, or 72.7% of the country's adult population, have completed their COVID-19 vaccination as of yesterday.
According to the COVID-19 Vaccine Supply Access Guarantee Special Committee, or JKJAV, 90.9% of the adult population have received at least 1 dose, including recipients of the CanSino single-dose vaccine. Meanwhile, a total of 38,260,575 vaccine doses have been dispensed as of yesterday, including the single-dose and the 2-dose vaccines. In addition, a total of 258,929 vaccine doses were administered through the National COVID-19 Immunization Program, or PIC, yesterday. PIC was launched on February 24 to carry out vaccination to contain the COVID-19 pandemic nationwide.
The implementation of Undi 18 must be in line with education and the political system and democratic practice in the country, especially to the younger generation. Malaysian Youth Council MBM President Jifritri Johar said, although the council is happy with the government's commitment to implement Undi 18, the younger generation must be educated on how to exercise their rights to vote the best that they can.
For its part, the MBM had taken the initiative to implement Sekolah Politik 2.0, which is being done virtually to assist by giving exposure to youths on the country's political system and efforts to rally support from youths of various races. Hence, Jufitri said he is confident Undi 18 can be implemented in the 15th General Elections, or GE15, based on the passion displayed to transform the parliament as mentioned by Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar.
Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin announced today that tourists travelling to Langkawi by flight do not need a permission letter from the police. The announcement was made as Langkawi prepares to commence their tourism sector through the Travel Bubble program beginning September 16 next week.
However, Khairi in a tweet reiterated that those travelling by land from other states still require a police permission letter. On September 9th, Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri announced that domestic tourists from all over the nation will be allowed to visit Langkawi, excluding individuals who live in regions subject to the Enhanced Movement Control Order, or EMCO. The island resort was chosen as the first destination for the Tourism Bubble Program pilot project, which is open to those who have completed 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Meanwhile, in the same development, Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah reminded those intending to visit Langkawi under the Tourism Bubble pilot project to always practice the new normal and continue to adhere with the standard operating procedures.
In an effort to find a balance between public health safety and economic survival that has been a challenge for the government recently, the Health Ministry urged everyone to do their part to ensure no COVID-19 outbreak will occur at the island resort. In a Facebook post, Dr. Noor Hisham expressed that every party's cooperation is very much needed in an effort to curb the spread of COVID-19. Upon the announcement of the Tourism Bubble program, Dr. Noor Hisham said the MOH through Kedah State Health Department had increased the capacity and preparedness of the Sultanah Maliha Hospital. This is to prepare for a possibility in facing a spike in COVID-19 cases on the island, which may require hospital and intensive care unit admissions. Sultanah Maliha Hospital is a hybrid hospital providing treatment for COVID-19 patients with 79 beds and another 142 beds for non-COVID-19 cases.
And that concludes the 5 p.m. English news on TVS. I'll see you again for Nightline at 11:30 p.m. With that, I'm Henny Gui. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.